on Startup Report is the Executive Director of TIE Tampa Bay, Mona Patel. Welcome.
Hi, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with the big news. After how many year, 2-year hiatus, TIECon is back in action. The party begins again.
So I guess this would be the third year now. So 2019 was the last year that we had a TIECon. And then obviously with COVID and everything that happened, they attempted to do virtual, but it didn't happen that way. So yeah, we're bringing it back big in person this time.
It's awesome. And something I look forward to every year. Great speakers, great people, great networking, and very, very good food.
Yes, always.
So let's start to just a quick primer on TIE, and then we'll get into all the goodness of TIECon.
Yeah, absolutely. So TIE Tampa Bay is one chapter of a global organization, which is TIE. We have 60 plus chapters, 3,000 plus charter members, 15,000 plus associate members. We run a flurry of different kinds of programs like a TIE women's program, youth program. They're all accelerators that work one-on-one with the next generation of entrepreneurs. So we want to really give access to those who usually would not have it.
That's great. Had some funds, done some investing in the past, and great food at the events.
We can never let that go. That's the one thing. When I first started 9 months ago, it's like the one thing you cannot change is the food.
Yes. Improve everything else. Don't touch the food.
Yeah, you can turn everything else upside down, but keep the classics.
And your partner in crime is a friend to the show, Rich Haruska, who brought you on originally and is still in the mix. And now you together are planning and working on TIECon.
Yeah. So Rich is our president. He has been the biggest force of change between TIE for the last year. Bringing it back after COVID, things slowed down because we couldn't have as many in-person networking events. We couldn't do as much shifting so quickly into the virtual world. So when 2021 came around and he was asked, he was like, we're going to bring it back strong force. First thing he said is we're going to take on the first full-time executive director because we've run through volunteers primarily for the last 10 years. So it has been a big year of change. And he, I would say, is the number one driver along with our entire volunteer team.
And now you.
Yeah.
And so TIECon anchored by the Titan Awards. You've got some great award winners. We've been profiling them in the Catalyst. What else can we expect to enjoy at TIECon?
Yeah. We've got some amazing speakers. We've got all of our Titan winners that we're so thankful that St. Pete Catalyst was able to profile. We've got some global heads coming in from TIE that are going to speak on a lot of different things that we're announcing each week. 2 of them are our global board of trustees members. So they're ones that have, a large range of experience in a lot of different things from all over the US. So we're not just going to see some local speakers that are so successful, but we're going to see some from New York, some from California. We've got a great leader from Atlanta coming in. And they're all going to come in so we can share knowledge and kind of connect between all the different ecosystems between the U.S.
Great. And what's the date for TIE? Excuse me. It's
September 8th. It is a Thursday. It's at the Tampa River Center at Julian B. Park. So it's in downtown. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it has this gorgeous view of the water. It's from 8 to 6 p.m. That also includes breakfast, lunch, and there's an after cocktail hour. So it's not going to be so drowning in content. We try to keep it light and fun.
Yeah, a lot of great conversations. And yeah, so I think moving used to be on a Saturday. Now I decided to move it into the week, which is great. And then closer to downtown, it was up kind of north at the university before. So
yeah, we have a great partnership with USF. So it has historically been at USF, but being that we've grown so much and changed throughout this year, it was important that we bring it to the heart of Tampa Bay because that's the ecosystem we're supporting. And also just being on a weekday because TIE is about family. I love my family. Having it on a Saturday was great, but we want to push it there just so that you can spend time with yours and not taking it up on a Saturday.
That makes a lot of sense. And let's dig into a really neat keynote this year. You have the Patel family.
Yeah. So, like I said, one of our big functions in TIE is trying to champion and inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs. So it was important for us to display generational, how it passes along throughout. So we've got Dr. K. Patel, who's obviously himself, no introduction needed. And then his 2 kids. We've got Sheetal, who's a doctor, and she's a great entrepreneur. And then we've got Sheelan, who himself has built such a great company. So it'll be nice and different to see a conversation between all 3 and how they kind of grew their own businesses.
That's great. And so TIE stands for the Indus Entrepreneurs, and always something I like to throw out there is that anyone can join TIE, anyone can become a charter member. I know you've got a challenge to get to 100 charter members by the end of the year, which is a great aspiration. And anybody can attend TIECon as well. So the ideal is become a member, become a charter member, go large at TIECon, but any of those individually, well, I guess you have to become a member to become a charter member, but any of those being a member or going to TIECon, you can do individually.
Right. So the cost of a ticket price to TIECon is the same cost of becoming a member of TIE. So it kind of roundabouts. If you go to TIECon, you've essentially become a member. Now, charter member is obviously different than that. That's our mentors, our educators, our volunteers, the ones giving back to the ecosystem a little more hands-on. That's separate. That obviously comes with its own range of events. And, we have a VIP party that happens the night before. All charter members are included. We're always trying to grow in all aspects. We're inviting all entrepreneurs to attend because we want to be able to access them and help them. Any investors who would like to get more information on how they can join. And we have a TIE Angels group, which is super exciting because we're just releasing a new platform now that'll allow any of our TIE Angels, which are in Florida, to look at deal flow that are happening in any of the other angel networks throughout Silicon Valley, Atlanta, New York, Boston. So it'll give that interconnectivity that we, want to create, that global aspect. Anyone is invited. It does stand for TIE Industry Entrepreneurs. But, when I first started, one of the things that I got a lot of questions externally was like, oh, it's an Indian group. And I was like, as crazy as it is, when I talk to my global partners, it is not an Indian group. It was historically founded upon that. However, we are all about diversity and inclusion, and that's what we were founded upon. So we take everyone, all ages, all races, everything.
Yeah, obviously, Rich, in a leadership position, I've enjoyed being a charter member as well. So it's a great organization. And speaking of interconnectivity, recently found a new home at Embark Collective.
Yeah. We joined it would have been the same time I started. So last year, 2021, August, they have been a great partner. It is great to be kind of in the heart again of Tampa Bay, being able to see all the startups, see how we can help. When we just released our TIE Women's program, we sent it throughout all of our partners with the Wave. We talked to Synapse a little, we talked to Embark, and try to get all the startups to see how we can kind of find our place to help what they're already doing fantastic.
That's great. So, year and something in an organization that's never had, an executive director position formally, how has it met your expectations? How is it different than your expectations? Obviously, the energy seems really positive, so it's all things are good. But what's your general thoughts?
Yeah, no, I would be lying if I said I came into this fully prepared. It's definitely a time for change, which obviously creates a lot of friction. But I have loved it. When I first got into this role, in all honesty, I was so convinced for the whole of my life I was going to be an attorney. So when I got into this role, it was kind of like an itch that hadn't been scratched in my head. And now I can't see myself doing anything different. We do such great work. We're in such a vivid environment that I could not have asked for more. This has been super fulfilling in a way I wouldn't have expected.
That's wonderful. And I'll give a little shout out to my buddy, Suhas Apti, who's one of my favorite people in the world and a real cornerstone.
Oh my gosh. The volunteers, Suhas, our board, Dr. K, Rich. I can't begin. Ashok, Karthik, all of our past presidents, Kunal, the founding president. It is astonishing the amount of time and dedication these people have given voluntarily to this organization, because obviously now helping run it for the past almost a year, it is obvious. It's a lot of work. And the fact that they have dedicated hours and hours just because they want to help the community and the ecosystem, it's admiring.
It's a wonderful thing. And it's great to see it growing and flourishing under your leadership. Mm-hmm. Very much appreciate you stopping by to talk about TIECon. And I know I'll be there, and the Catalyst will be there. And we'll look forward to announcing more winners and having a blast as usual.
All right. Sounds good. We really, really hope that everyone can attend and they enjoy it as much as we have to put it together.
Patel, TIE Tampa Bay. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks, Joe.